don't make those plays, and ultimately, gave them an opportunity to stay in the game. So players and coaches alike, we got to go look ourselves in the mirror and go figure it out.
There's a lot to figure out. Welcome here into Teal The Show. The Jaguars went on the road to Cincinnati, and they came back with their first loss of the year. Here to help me figure it out tonight, Kyle Ashley hanging out. Kyle, if you watched the first 3 quarters of the game and then went to sleep, you might wake up surprised that the Jaguars took home an L.
Yeah, it was a tough one. It was those losses do sting. I will say that I've gotten a little better. Had this been a couple years back, this would probably still be bothering me. But you get a day to sleep on it, and then you come back, and then it's on to the next one.
Yeah, look, you got to turn the page, and you got to move on to the next one. There's no way around it. It's a tough loss nonetheless. Definitely a tough loss, but look, I think you take the good with it and you try and hope it's just week 2. The sky's not falling. There's stuff to build on.
Yeah, and there's plenty to talk about with this game. I think if you look behind you, you see the picture there of Liam looking a little animated.
Jack,
Trevor kind of blowing him off there. This kind of went a little viral after the game, and I don't know why or why not. Liam said it was rat poison, but we'll see. I mean, a couple plays before, Trevor missed Diami. He's telling him, hit him in the chest. And then on the 4th down, he hits BT in the chest. BT drops it. But Liam was kind of asked about the relationship between him and Lawrence. He says it's fine. Let's hear from him.
It gets made to be a thing, obviously, in this rat poison world we live in. But it's it's emotional. It's an emotional game. It's a competitive game. We're all competitive. We're all emotional. I can control mine better. And, he was just telling me to chill, move on. He wasn't telling me to go screw. He's just saying, dude, move on. Come on, guys. But yeah, to answer your question, Ryan, I was very pleased with the way he showed something. He did. Yeah. He got ticked off at times. He had great dialogue with his teammates on the sidelines. He made some huge throws for us in critical moments. And if anything, I was extremely encouraged with Trevor post-game. And we had some great conversations in the locker room, on the plane today. So all is well when it comes to our relationship.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. There's nothing to it. Look, heat of the moment. I could think of one hand signal that would send people over the edge, and then I might be a little concerned. But nothing to see. Nothing to see here.
I agree with you. It wasn't that big of a deal. I kind of like seeing Trevor give him just a little hey, that's back then. Diami could have caught the ball, should have caught the ball. We're on to the next one. Don't harp on it. I'm with them, and I'm with you. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Nah, nothing to see here. Look, Coach, they're going to have some hard conversations. There's going to be moments like that. Stuff happens in the middle of a game. I don't think it's something that needs to be blown up past that.
Hey, the emotions I also like too. But also, so we got a little report card here.
All right, let's do it.
Before we did kind of, offense, defense, special teams, this time I'm going to give you specific groups, and then you can, give me your grades. So let's start. We just talked about, and let's start with quarterback.
Quarterback play? Okay, he did have 2 interceptions. I'll give Trevor at fault for – actually, I can write off both of them. One of them was on Walker Little. He just got absolutely washed by Trey Hendrickson. The other one's on BT. BT alligator armed that thing, and it goes to the defender. So 2 interceptions on the day for Trevor, so I can't give him an A. I don't think he played bad, though, so I'll go somewhere in the C-plus range, B-. I'm kind of right there between. I think Trevor had a really good day, solid. I think his receivers did him absolutely no favors. It's tough for him to be able to get an A performance when you got that many drop passes by your guys, especially your main guys.
Yeah, fair enough. I think B is a fair grade. I'd also give him a B. He did have 3 touchdowns. 2 of those were screens. I kind of count those more as an extension of the run game a little bit, but he did have some drops, so I think B is a fair grade.
Okay.
Let's go wide receivers next.
Wide receivers?
This is as a whole, the whole group.
Okay, as a whole, I'll give him a D+. As a whole, I'll go D+. And the only thing that's keeping him from an F was Parker Washington, who was fantastic. If you take Parker out, I'll give him an F. I'll give him an F. When you drop a pass in the end zone, you drop a pass on 4th down, you had multiple other drops on the day. Look, Mitchell Tinsley. I will never forget this name because who is that guy? His first NFL catch is one-handed grab, bails his quarterback out. Absolutely fantastic play for the Cincinnati Bengals. Trevor hit De'Ami Brown right in the hands. He had separation, and he dropped it. He hits Brian Thomas Jr. in the face. I mean, it went through his hands and hit him in the face mask, and he dropped it. I don't know what you want. F is the best I got. F if it. I mean, that's if you take Parker off. I'll give it a D. Parker raised him a grade for me, so I'll give him a D.
Okay.
Just because I think Parker Washington had a great game.
Fair enough. I think it was not a great game for most of the receivers. Parker did have some plays. I'll give that to you. Let's go real quick here. DBs.
DBs, hot and cold, right? I mean, you came up with a couple interceptions. Dewey had a pick. Eric Murray has a pick. So I think that kind of saves the grade, but you did kind of get schooled by T. Higgins on the long one. The Mitchell Tinsley play, I'll say that's out of your control. I like the Travis Hunter pass breakup. I think we're going to talk about that a little bit later on.
We sure
So I'm
will.
going to give him a C+. I'll give him a C+ there. Tough to give you an A, but I think the defense as a whole played pretty well. But I'll go C+ for the DBs specifically. The biggest deductions that T. Higgins play, where he makes the catch and then Dewey's unable to make the tackle down the field. That's the biggest deduction.
Okay, that's a fair grade. I like the C grade as well. I thought they made some plays. They gave up some plays. We knew that was going to happen. All right, last one here, coaching.
Coaching?
You get
overall,
the 4th down. You know, there were some aggressive calls. Overall coaching.
give me an A. Look, I like what Liam did. I like what Coach Campanelli was able to do on the defensive side of the football. I think the game plans were there. I never had a doubt that Liam was going to be able to dial up and move the ball down the field on the offensive side. If there was one negative, maybe you say, could you have ran the ball more? You had 3 guys that averaged over 5 yards a carry with Tootin, LaQuint Allen, and Travis Etienne. When you got 3 running backs like that are moving the ball, maybe you take the ball out of your quarterback's hands, especially when your receivers aren't doing him any favors, and you keep running the football. That'd be the only thing. Outside of that, give me an A on coaching, man.
Hey, I like that grade too. I like the aggressiveness. You know, Coach Cohen said in that moment we're going for 4th down. You're going to win the game. If you get the field goal, they're trying to win the game anyways. So I'm good with an A.
Yeah, I got no problem with going forward on 4th down late in the 4th quarter. I think he did the right call. I think that was the right move for them. The right move for us right now on Teal The Show is to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back, and we'll come wrap things up, take one last look at the game, and then start pushing ahead toward the Texans. We'll be right back after this.
Good evening, Duval. This is Bush Drive Rich here. Wanted to start it off right and say I'm sorry to Mr. Cincy. I got a little bit too happy. I was smelling the Kool-Aid, drinking the Kool-Aid, whatever you want to say. But I am sorry, Mr. Cincy. You was right for laughing at a 2-touchdown prediction. And I also want to give my apologies to Mr. Kyle Ashley. Yes, I made you jump on the bandwagon thinking that we were going to be on a 2-touchdown win, and I'm sorry, Mr. Ashley. I'm hoping for a better showing this Sunday. I'm hoping for a better practice before this Sunday. And I'm hoping that Duval comes out to support because we're going to need it. We are definitely going to need it. Bring that crowd noise, bring all the frustration that you had to endure this Sunday to next Sunday. Be out there, be loud, be proud, and let's try and make it a good game to where we know we can be AFC South champions. Once again, I'm sorry, Mr. St. Cyr, and I'm sorry to Mr. Kyle Ashley. I was wrong. You were right, Mr. St. Cyr. Please forgive me.
Oh, man. All right, Bush Drive Rich, you are forgiven. We were just having fun. I picked them to win, too. I did. I thought they were going to win. I drank the Kool-Aid a little bit along the way, but it's all fun and games. I mean, I absolutely love the phone calls. Duval dial-up is becoming my favorite part of Teal The Show at this point.
Hey, I love it, too, and I forgive Bush Drive Rich as well. You know, he did have me leaning towards the 2-touchdown win, but he's a loyal caller. And, hey, I love them. Keep them coming.
Hey, look, we want to hear from you over the course of the season. Good, bad, highs, lows, happy, sad. Give us a call on Duval dialup, and you might hear yourself here on Teal The Show or in Sunday Sports Zone, somewhere here on Channel 4. Just give us a call, 904-391-3661. You leave us a good message, you never know. Hey, you might hear yourself right here on Teal The Show. We'll be talking about what you got to say. Just give us your thoughts. How you feeling going into the next game before you go back to the bank? We want to know. Dial it up. All right. Let's one last look at this game. So this was one of the plays that it came down to. I think over the course of this game, in the fourth quarter, there were a handful of moments where the Jaguars could have won it. So fourth down, crunch time, and the Bengals target your rookie, Travis Hunter, and this is just a kind of a screen grab of the moment. He goes in, tight coverage, makes the play on the ball. The ref can't keep his flag in his pocket in the crunch time moment and throws a PI there.
Let the boys play, ref. Let the boys play. I think this is
winning on the field.
This is a good play. Actually, I think it's a great play. I think he made the play. I think it's a ticky-tack call. I don't agree with it. The game should have ended there. I think Travis Hunter, he gets his head around, he tips the ball. Yes, there's a little hand fighting, but I think he made the play. The game should have ended there.
Game should have been over. The refs got to let him win it on the field. Unless it's absolutely egregious. That was ticky-tack hand fighting. They'd gotten away with it all day long. You got to let that in. That's a great play from Travis Hunter. Rookie played a whole lot more defense than offense this week. We'll see what they decide they need him to do this week against the Houston Texans when they're back at the bank. All right, with the Jaguars back at the bank, we're going to be back tailgating before the game. So you can come see us at the News for Jags tailgate. We'll be live from the slab on Sunday as we'll count you down to kickoff. If you're tailgating and you're out there, come say hello. If you're hanging out at home and want to get all the tailgate vibes and get ready for kickoff, come hang out with us here on Channel 4. We'll be live from 11 to noon, counting you down to kickoff and getting you ready with all the Jaguars fun you need, and we'll try and give you all the tailgate or tailgate vibes along the way too. A lot of fun as we count you down. So we'll put this one in the rear view. Week 2, sky's not falling. Next game's week 3. We appreciate you spending some of your Monday night with us, and hopefully you feel a little bit better about the state of the Jaguars at this point. We'll talk more about the matchup against the Houston Texans. That's coming your way on Friday night. Hopefully we'll see you then at 11:20 right here on Channel 4. For now, good night, everybody, and go Jags.